Kafkaslıymış, nereliymiş bu ya? Fransızmış abi bu. Bu zenci yani bak Fransızlar var ya sömürge onlardan. Bir şey diyeceğim. Diana Jones'la Diana Stewart'la Slaveli yılbaşından sonra aramıza dönüyor diyelim değil mi?
Ne aramıza dönüyor ki aramıza kapılıyor. Dönüyor olunca gitti. Geri geliyor.
Öyle geçen sezon Slaveli bizim oyuncumuz ya ondan ama Stewart'ın tabii o yılbaşı olacak. Ne bunlar?
Başkanıma $1 milyon sözleşme koyuyorum şimdi. Başkanım Ceyhan Bey buraya imzalı, siz de burası. Dur. Ulan Ceyhan 1907 üyesi mi? Evet. Hiç bilmiyorum ha. Hiç görmedim. Ulan bu sensin zaten. Evet.
Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey for game day 5 of the EuroLeague Women. A huge game for you here today. It's Fenerbahce take on Praha. Praha clearly going to be out for some revenge after losing by 9 in last year's EuroLeague Women's semi-final at the Final Fours here in Istanbul. As for Fenerbahce, interesting season so far for them. 2 opening game losses in week 1 and week 2. On the bounce of that, they're now on a 2-game winning streak, looking to make it 3. As the teams now head back to their bench for player introductions, it leaves us with a very interesting group here as Praha sit top of the table with a 3-1 record themselves, picking up their first loss of the season last week, whilst Fenerbahce currently lie in 5th with that 2-win, 2-loss record. Here in Istanbul, teams getting ready to take to the floor. Praha will be introduced to the crowd first. At times, again, this season, they've looked phenomenal, opening their campaign with 3 wins on the bounce. However, as I said last week, they picked up their first loss against Polkowice, and that was on their home floor as well, which will be a concern for them. They'll want to get back to winning ways as soon as possible. But a trip here to Istanbul isn't necessarily the easiest. Here's the schedule for today. Olympiacos taking us Virtus Bologna, Polkowice against Valencia, and then Bourges taking on Zexar. Here is the group, as I said, Praha top of the table, but 3 teams with that 3-1 record. 3 teams also with Fenerbahce's 2-2 record, whilst Virtus Bologna have 1-3. And propping up the table at the moment is Olympiacos, yet to win a game. Praha introduced here in Istanbul. They have made a new signing with the Great Britain international Temi Fagbenli in the roster, and that will be blessed release for Praha. They've relied heavily on their starting 5 as Fenerbahce are now introduced to the crowd. Bit of a shock last week for them to pick up such a healthy win, but you have to say it aligned really with the return of Emma Messerman.
Ses var mı? Ses var mı? Konuşuyorum abi, konuşuyorum.
As the final players are introduced to the crowd, we are nearly at tip-off, under 5 minutes to go till our tip-off here. What should be a really interesting game. If you'd have gone before the season, you'd have said that this would be in an early game between two of the real competitors, 2 of the teams that were expected to make it through to the Final Four. As we see the teams now enter their final warm-ups. 2 highly tipped teams for this season's EuroLeague Women. If you looked across the summer, Fenerbahce's recruitment was second to none, and that's why really first 2 games of this season were quite a shock, to say the least, to see them pick up losses, and big losses at times as well. 27 points they lost to Polkovica. Only a 2-point loss to Zexard, and then the last 2 weeks they've picked up wins, but Fenerbahce know that they're not near their potential just yet, but their potential could be scary. As for Praha, consistency's been the key. Plenty of familiar faces returning, maybe none more so than Alyssa Thomas. She's been playing on MVP level this season, so much so she picked up the MVP for November award just this week, averaging over 21 points and 11 rebounds a game. She's top 10 in 4 or 5 statistical categories here in EuroLeague Women's. Alongside a French international, Vukasavljevic has been looking good as well. She is putting up impressive offensive numbers, including 33 points against Valencia on game day 2. As for Fenerbahce, the return, or the arrival really, onto the floor of Messerman last week. Here are our officials for today's game: Jelena Tomic, Ciprian Stojeka, and Alexandra Stan from Croatia and Romania, respectively. Nice, experienced officiating crew for our game here today. But as I was saying, Messerman's first game last week was huge. She ended up with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists as they demolished Virtus Bologna. Here's your starting 5 for Praha: Oblak, Conde, Vukasavljevic, Thomas and Jones. Interesting to see Fag Bentley come off the bench as well. She's going to provide some much needed cover in the front court. As we see Coach Hezhkova there, the mastermind of so many big games for Praha. How she will want to go one better than last season, bowing out in the semi-finals. Here's the starting 5 for Fenerbahce: Chaka, Messerman, McBride, Jagopova and Stokes. Good to see Jagopova back. She's only played 1 game so far this season. That was the opening game of the EuroLeague Women's regular season. As we now look at Coach Malkovic on the bench, ready to go, fully focused, zoned in on the game. Serbian in her first season as the head coach of Fenerbahce, the iconic Turkish team, who will still be disappointed that they didn't claim the crown last year on their home floor in front of what was a capacity crowd. Sopron just too good for them that day. Now the team's back to their benches as they get ready to come out for the action, and expect a really interesting game between these two. Both of them great offensive teams. In fact, they are the 2 top offenses in EuroLeague Women's this season. Both of them averaging around 80 points a game, so expect them to get out and run, look to score the ball. And both teams enter looking good on the domestic front. For Fenerbahce, second in the Turkish league with a 7-win, 2-loss record, whilst Praha are unbeaten in the Czech league and therefore top of the table. I think most would probably have Praha as favourites going into this game, but it wouldn't be by many. Fenerbahce have the depth in their team, which Praha just
Konuşuyorum
don't
abi,
have.
ses var mı? Konuşuyorum şu anda, ses var mı ya? Bu headsetsiz nasıl yapacağım ya? Ses var mı? Kablo kopmuş. Orada anlattırmıyorlar.
Praha on the floor, ready to go. Just a reminder while we have time, please get your phones out right now. Download the EuroLeague Women app, available on Android, iOS. Perfect companion to this game. You'll be able to follow the live stats along as the game progresses, but also across the season. It brings you all of the content that you need. As we see the Fenerbahce 5 just coming to the floor right now. as we get ready for what should be a very, very good game between two of the best teams in the world right now. And we're underway here. Game day 5, EuroLeague Women regular season. Fenerbahce taking on Praha. A battle of the Titans, a replay of last year's semi-final. Fenerbahce coming out on top of that one as Chaka goes strong to the basket. Can't score on the first attempt, and Taya O'Black pulls down the rebound. Into the corner. 3 ball, no good for Vukosavljevic. Chaka now slows it down again. And the score is good. Agapova getting in on the action early. Conde now looks for the pick and roll. Manages to get the pass through, and straight away up goes Brianna Jones. Hasn't been featured so far in EuroLeague Women's campaign. A huge inclusion for her to return today as well. In her 3rd season at Praha. McBride throws it away. Good defense from Praha. And out in the races, Conde with the easy right hand off the glass. Smart start from both teams, really. They look full of energy. Good ball movement. Agapova now trying to use the screen from Messerman. Doesn't quite use it fully and ducks in and scoops under for the score. Agapova with a point to prove maybe after that opening game of the season. Just had 5 points alongside 4 rebounds. Remember, she is a 2 times EuroLeague Women MVP. That is the caliber of Alina Agapova. Conde now into the low post. Vukosavljevic going to work. Nice little step back. Jones fights hard against Kia Stokes, but can only knock it out of bounds. And that could be an interesting battle. Stokes against Jones. 2 real quality bigs in the old school mould as well, with Stokes coming off the back of a WNBA championship year. Nice pass inside. Good read by Agapova. The defense thought she was going to flash high. Quickly skipped back along the baseline and was wide open. Conde steps in. Can only put the air ball up. Jones with the rebound. Kicks it out. Catch and shoot for Conde. Oh, string music as we see Agapova and Jones getting into it a little on the baseline for the rebound. Praha retake the lead. Skip to the corner. Agapova will come back to Messerman. Agapova, oh, what a crossover. Skip to the weak side. Catch and shoot. McBride rattles around the iron and away. Both teams looking good. Both teams really up for today's game. Oh, what a backdoor cut. The pass was perfect. The finish not there, though. Rebound in the end ripped down by Messerman. She's on the trail. Oh, lovely quick step laterally for McBride. Picked up by Thomas. She'll look to go coast to coast. Draws the contact and the score. And one play, Alyssa Thomas. And Alyssa Thomas really has been on another level so far this season. 3rd in points, 4th in assists, 1st in steals, 3rd in rebounds. Is there anything that Alyssa Thomas cannot do right now? Averaging over 21 points and 11 rebounds, almost 7 assists a game as well. Phenomenal as she converts the and one play. Rebound pulled in by Thomas. Kicks it back out. Jones fakes the 3, drives inside, manages to split the defense well. Nice correction there from Brianna Jones. Agapova waits for the screen from Stokes. Drives inside. Goes to that trusty left hand. Gets the score. Agapova looking like she wants to be put back in the MVP conversation. 4 from 4 from the field. 8 early points here. Not even 4.5 minutes off the game clock. There's the baseline drive, and yeah, it's that left hand from McBride. Not an arm bar or anything like that. It's just a reach in being left. 4-point lead for Praha. Conde now looking to hand it off. It's almost stolen away. Black holds on to it though. Conde for the wing. 3! Extends their lead. Game high. 7-point lead now for Praha. And this is the first test for Fenerbahce today. They knew they'd be tested. Not had the best of starts to the season. Had 2 good games in the last 2 weeks. Oh, ankle breaker. McBride hits the mid-range jumper, leaving Conde on the hardwood. Black uses the Jones screen, but it doesn't open anything up for her. They're going to look to get Thomas open. Guarded by Messerman. Some great battles across the floor. In fact, pretty much in all 5 positions, there's some wonderful battles. Jones comes up short, rebound. Conde. Nice offensive glass work from Conde. Just read the rebound perfectly, scoops it up and has the composure to the soft short-range jumper. Messerman now looking to go foot speed against Thomas. Great footwork and a great handle, but the finish isn't quite up to that level. Thomas now tries to pass around the corner to Vukasavljevic, but the pass is a little bit off target. As we will see, Fenerbahce make the changes. Epupa comes into the game. Epupa's had a good start to the season, averaging over 5 assists and 5 rebounds a game. More a facilitator than a scorer, though. Agapova, nice little hesitation. Look at the body shape. And that first step just stretching out to create the separation. Black now to Jones. Going in the paint and is fouled by Messerman. And reaches over. Yeah, to be fair, the foul could have been called there or there. Baseline ball for Praha. Second team foul of the quarter for Fenerbahce. We see another change now for Fenerbahce as Aydin comes in for the first taste of action. Jones now looks to drop step on Messerman. She reads it well though. Foul's going to be called. I think that one is going to be on Natasha Howard. It is. 2 quick fouls for Fenerbahce. They're now in the penalty. I understand why Howard dived for it though. It looked like a loose ball. Opportunity to grab a bonus possession. Nice pass inside and Jones with the easy finish. Great work there from Praha just to work the angles to create the space, and that's going to force Coach Malkovic into a timeout as Praha re-establish a 7-point lead. Backdoor cut from Jones for the score. 3:29 left on the first quarter clock, and already Fenerbahce feel they need to talk things over. Let's head into the huddle, hear what the coaches have to say. Early alterations for coach Malkovic. Been gifted a wealth of talent in this Fenerbahce roster. Worrying signs in those first 2 weeks, but seems to have turned things around, whereas for coach Hejkova it was business as usual. Ready from 3 to start the season before that loss last week for Praha. I'll be happy so far here. 7-point lead against a resurgent Fenerbahce team. Messerman will come back out. Aydin behind the back. Backdoor cut, no good. Intercepted by Jones. Black will have to come back out to Villalova. Things will slow down now a little bit for Praha. They're looking to increase the tempo. Oh, what a pass inside. What a take by Jones. Not really overly criticised Fenerbahce's defence there. The weak side rotated hard, but Jones just sealed out and secured the pass. Howard now puts the air ball up. That loose ball falls to Villalova. Black closely guarded by Epupa. Oh, Thomas fake pass inside. Jones and another score. And Praha are running riot here in Istanbul. Their lead is double digits. 11-point lead. I'm not sure Fenerbahce have an answer for them defensively. They're going to have to, though. They're going to have to slow Praha down. McBride kicks it out to Howard. Howard goes the baseline. That one's no good. Quick ball movement, though. And the 3 ball has to go up before the shot clock expires. And Praha look good both defensively and offensively right now. Fenerbahce will make the double change. McBride goes out of the game, as does Aydin. Yagopova comes back in. Probably their best offensive threat so far in today's game. Also back in comes, for the first time, in fact, comes Ratza. And Praha will make the change. Conde out, Vukosavljevic in. Thomas now gets it blocked. Good defense there by Fenerbahce. That will spark a transition. The pass was behind Howard. A little bit of loose basketball there from Olivia Epupa. Baseline ball for Praha. Over into Black, stolen away by Epupa. Now into Ratza. To Messerman. And this is what Fenerbahce need to do. They need to put Praha under pressure. Particularly as Praha run a narrow, short rotation. They're not going to go deep into their bench. They want to wear out the starting 5. Realistically, Coach Hejkova will go down to 7. Potentially 8 on the bench, but she doesn't want to go much further than that, not with big minutes. Good defense once again from Fenerbahce, pushing Alyssa Thomas into a turnover. It's the right call by the officials. Howard now at the top, waiting for things to unfold in front of her. Almost stolen away. It's knocked out of bounds instead by Vukosavljevic. Not happy, she's saying she was held. A little over a minute left in this first quarter. 9-point lead for Praha. Yagopova comes back to the top. It's a poor pass, easily intercepted but stolen back. Olivia Epupa now to Yagopova. Cross-court pass is whipped to Ratza, but the shot is way off target. Stolen away. Both these teams getting a little bit loose with their passing. Yagopova to Epupa. Yagopova would have been better going herself, but what a play! Olivia Epupa just going to work. Quick change of direction. Leaves the Praha defense standing cold. 30 seconds. Vukosavljevic picks it up. Bentley into the game for the first time. The pass for her isn't where she wanted it. She didn't want it on the outside, she wanted it on the inside, so it's stolen away. Yagopova now looks to feed the post. Howard with the easy layup. Villalova looks to cheat on the defensive end and overcommits. The heave from the half is no good. And a big fight back from Fenerbahce to close out that quarter. End of the first quarter, Fenerbahce 18, Praha 23. There's the great footwork in the end by Howard. Look how she just rolls the defense out the way. Giving herself the easy opportunity. Won the tip. There's Temi Fagbenli, her first game for Praha in EuroLeague Women. Ready to go, the GB International. Standout performance in the recent Eurobasket qualifiers for Great Britain. Big hopes from Praha for her to step up and provide some real front court support. That pass isn't going to be helpful though. Alyssa Thomas fronted by 3 players. Now Howard at the other end against Fagbenli. Looks like she dragged her foot somewhat then. Officials don't call the travel though, and Howard gets the score. Fagbenli with the mismatch down low, but they can't find her. Instead it will go out for the 3. Teo Black drops the long bomb. Praha's lead back to 6. Yagapova, shot fake, drives inside. Good quick skip passes. Ratzer off and short. Fagbenli with the rebound and she'll start the transition. Spin move from Thomas. Oh, wow. Can't get the score. Yagapova with the rebound and transition should be easy here for Howard. And it is. Fenerbahce, I think, really learning that if they can get their defense working, it's going to trigger their offense. They're a team that really does lean in on that transition. Averaging just shy of 18 points a game in transition, Fenerbahce. That said, Praha almost 20 points a game on the fast break. Fagbenli, little drop step, goes to the right hand. Can't get it away in time. That one's an air ball. Fagbenli having a torrid time to start her campaign. Fenerbahce make the change and Onar gets into the game for the first time. Praha also making the change as Fagbenli comes out. Back in comes Jones. Onar now brings it up over the half. Guarded closely by Black. Howard, oh, lovely little step back. What a crossover, but the shot lets her down. Another air ball. Both these teams really struggling to find range at the moment. Putting in all the effort, creating wonderful opportunities, but the finish just is letting them down. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Praha's lead still at 4, sorry. Conde wide open, wing 3. Another air ball though. Something's happening here with these teams. Not sure what's in the Gatorade or the water. Howard looking to back away down. Fades too heavy this time. Thomas with the rebound. Conde now. Uses the Jones screen. Wide open for Thomas. She'll go inside. Off the glass. An easy two, Alyssa Thomas. Only her second bucket of the game. Up to 5 points, but does have 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Are we bubbling our way towards the triple-double for Alyssa Thomas? Potentially. Nothing would surprise me from her this season. Pick and roll is stolen away. Out at the races, Jones with the transition two. 12 points for Brionna Jones now. And once again, just in the blink of an eye, as Vukasavljevic was looking for the foul, but the score is surely more important to them right now. Timeout has been called here by Coach Malkovic. Her second and final timeout of the half, using it very early indeed. Let's see if we can jump into either of these huddles and hear what the coaches have to say. What a seesaw game we've had here so far in Istanbul. It really has swung to and fro. Both teams having 8-0 runs in this game. But pretty much for the main, it's been all in favour of Praha. Fenerbahce leading the game for just 36 seconds so far. Going to the way we were expecting it. Praha certainly entering the game as favourites, but the talent that Coach Malkovic has in that Fenerbahce roster cannot be underestimated. Also the depth of talent she has as well. Onar now hands it off. He'll take it back though. McBride will come to the top and take it over, guarded by Vukasavljevic. Good defense here by Praha, just sprawling. Drive inside and Onar. Show her the lane and she'll capitalise. She does this time, gets her first score of the game. Alyssa Thomas inside, Jones, unstoppable. And for me, if you're Fenerbahce, that's what you have to find. You have to find a way to stop Brionna Jones. And it's easy for me to sit behind the mic and say that. Much harder for Coach Malkovic and the Fenerbahce team to find that answer. Long shot, no good. O'Black will chase it down. Yagapova chases it harder and saves it. McBride for the three, no good either. Foul's going to be called on Onar. She stops the transition. There's the save from Yagapova. McBride doesn't get the three to go. Onar just pulls Thomas back. Sideline possession for Praha. As McBride is having a conversation with Malkovic. Officials are going to look this one over. Whether they consider it an unsportsmanlike foul or not. They're going to try and look at some of the replays here. This is the one that will tell them for sure. Looks like unsportsmanlike for me. Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike. I don't think she's playing for the ball at all in that situation. Keep looking though, just make sure. It could be a big call to be fair. You feel that Praha is starting to pull away again. Their lead is at 8. An unsportsmanlike foul could potentially increase that way into double digits. Let's see what they say. Yeah, they're going to upgrade that foul on Onar to an unsportsmanlike. She'll have to be careful as well in today's game then. That will send Thomas to the line for 2 free throws and Praha will take possession. Thomas 70% from the free throw line this season. 1 from 1 so far today. And every time it's an unorthodox shooting style from Alyssa Thomas, but there's no way you can criticise with the numbers that she puts up. Unorthodox or not, it's effective. Ten-point lead now for Praha. Conde uses the Jones screen, drives inside and can't get the score. Better defensive coverage from Fenerbahce. They were willing to give up the lane a little bit just to provide a little bit of extra cover on Jones. Fenerbahce fans, as always, in fine voice here in the stadium. Howard, long two, in and out. Rebound by Thomas. Yakupova closes the door on her and slows the transition down. More pick and roll at the top. This time it's O'Black with Jones. Jones now looking for options. He's going to go old school back to the basket. Little shuffle of the feet will be a travelling violation. Bit of defence there by Fenerbahce. It's almost not the double team come over, but just hedge a little bit towards the help. So you can assist if needed, but not too hard, because that's where Brianna Jones then becomes facilitator rather than scorer. Cooper now over the half, guarded by O'Black. Hands it off to McBride. Stolen away by Thomas. Kayla McBride having a tough game so far. 1 from 4 from the field. First turnover of the game, though. In fact, make that her second turnover of the game. See her frustration. Things certainly aren't going her way right now. And Black to Vukasavljevic. Waits for the screen from Jones. Doesn't use it. Will take it the second time, though. She's got the mismatch that maybe she wants. Oh, lovely little shake to Thomas. Right hand as she floats away. Signature move, really, for Alyssa Thomas. Such a high percentage score. Out to 9 points now. Averaging over 21 points and 11 rebounds a game, Alyssa Thomas. No wonder she was voted November EuroLeague Women MVP. Howard throws up a prayer, banks it home. And the basketball gods shine down on Fenerbahce for that one. Vukasavljevic throws it away. Not sure if that was meant for Jones. I think it was. And Black tries to rescue it, but it goes straight out of bounds. Cooper now looking for options. Goes inside. Oh, lovely pass. Lovely finish. Beautiful offense. A big little combo between Epupa and Natasha Howard. Just a tough pass as well. Throwing a pass down the lane is always difficult, but when you've got a big like Howard sealing out the way she did there, planting her feet perfectly, she gets a reward. 2 points for her and a trip to the free throw line. Timeout called here by Coach Hejkova. Let's see what the Praha huddle has to say. That's a smart timeout by Coach Hejkova. She just feels that there's a few little combinations starting to click for Fenerbahce, and she wants to just stop that momentum before it builds. That said, Howard will come back to the floor and will head straight to the free throw line. 75% so far this season, Natasha Howard. Her first trip this evening. She's had some big games, averaging almost 21 points a game. Had 28 points, 10 rebounds against Zexard in game day 2. Unfortunately, that was a loss. She connects with the bonus. Takes her personal tally to 12 here today. 5 from 10 from the field. Black now. Almost stolen away. Pupa is just phenomenal on-ball pressure. Second in EuroLeague women with steals this season. Thomas scoops up the offensive rebound and puts it back. That will move her into double digits now. 11 points alongside 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Certainly on track for another double-double, Alyssa Thomas. She's had 3 double-doubles in 4 games, and a long jumper is good. A heavily contested jumper as well. McBride will be hoping that that's the start of some form for her. Well, it's been a tough first half so far. Black drives in, almost looked like a carry. Out to Thomas, and it's automatic for Alyssa Thomas. It truly is. Tell me she's not one of the best players in the world right now. Jagopova in the low post against Vukasavljevic. So many wonderful matchups on this floor, there truly is. Vukasavljevic steps out, but Jagopova drains the 3-ball over the outstretched arm. Brings Fenerbahce to within 5. Conde now inside. Throws it away. Black was wide open in the corner, but she was trying to find the cut of Brianna Jones. Here's the replay. Sorry, it's Alyssa Thomas, wasn't it? Here's the little step back, long, high, arcing 3-ball from Jagopova. What's the toe on the line, though? Chalked up as a 3. The officials want to see if it was a 3 or a 2. They've gone to the review on that one. That last replay, if they go frame by frame, it will be there. Unless they're looking whose possession it was. Looking whose possession it was, it looks pretty clear that it's Fenerbahce's. Or is it a 3? This is what they're looking for, I think. I think the last camera angle was the good one that we saw this replay from. This one should help, I think. Let's have a look. Oof, that is tough to call. I'll have to leave it as a 3. Maybe this one will help. A side angle. Just frame by frame. Yeah, I think there's space there. That should be a 3, I think. Perfect foot position from Alina Jagopova. That one will remain as a 3. And Praha's lead will remain as 5 points. Messerman now. Hands it off to McBride, and the lane just opens up. Just a little bit of a lapse in defensive rotation from Praha. All that a player of the quality of McBride needs to get to the bucket. Conde against McBride, another mouth-watering head-to-head. Lovely handle from Conde. The Black calls for the screen, but goes inside to Thomas, and much better defense. This time being offered by Howard against Thomas. Jagopova skips it to Messerman. Into the corner. McBride's wide open. Corner pocket 3 is good. Kayla McBride. And just like that, we are tied here in Istanbul. Fenerbahce 40, Praha 40. Coach Hejkova has to call a timeout as she's seen what was a double-digit lead completely eroded with that 3-ball. Coach Hejkova needing to talk things over, change things in the huddle. The team have led in this game by 12. And that was just about 3 minutes ago that they led by 12. And since then, it has been an onslaught from Fenerbahce. They have scored 13 points in the last 3 minutes. No wonder Coach Hejkova needed to call a timeout. Can't afford to play that level of defence, particularly for Praha. They pride themselves on their defensive intensity. Conceding just 75 points a game. Conde now to Thomas. Thomas looking to go to work. Certainly has the size mismatch and strength. Savljevic misses, but Brianna Jones just picks up the garbage and puts it back. A wry smile on her face. Look at her positioning. Rodman-esque. Knows where the rebound's going. Gets the score. We'll head to the free throw line. What a game for Brianna Jones. 16 points. Her first game in EuroLeague Women this season. I'll get the free throw though, but Savljevic will pick up the rebound. Criminal from Fenerbahce really to give up an offensive rebound on a free throw. Shot clock to 4. O'Black now. Little hesitation. Drives inside. Right hand floater. Doesn't get the roll. They'll go again. Another offensive rebound. O'Black to Thomas. Guarded by Pupa. Foul's going to be called on the floor. Neither team in the penalty as we're in the final minute of this first half. Smart play really by Pupa. She's got fouls to give. The team have got fouls to give, and that was going to be an automatic bucket if she hadn't fouled. We see Kia Stokes back into the game. Pass now to Thomas, guarded by Howard. Little drop step, right hand off the glass, and that's just too easy. Mr. Thomas making the game of basketball look like child's play right now. As Conde and McBride get tied up, fighting their way over the screen. Foul called on Conde. Sideline ball for Fenerbahce. Praha with a 4-point lead, and the way this second quarter has gone, I think Praha will be happy to take any lead into the locker room as Fenerbahce have just lit it up in the final 4 or 5 minutes of this half. Pupa now with the rebound. McBride, free throw line, jumper is good. Under a huge amount of pressure, she gets it to drop. Double digits for McBride, 5 from 8 from the field now. 11 points. Final shot of the half here for Praha. Conde, elbow, kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas will drop step, fade away. Won't get the score. What an enthralling first 20 minutes of basketball we have had here in Istanbul. A real to and fro battle, but at the halfway stage, it's Fenerbahce 42, Praha 44. Here are some of the highlights from that first half of action. And what a first half it is. Praha looking at times to be imperious, leading by 11 in the first quarter. That got pegged back to just a 3-point lead at the start of the second. Then Praha extended that lead. It went out to 12. And then the scoring rate from Fenerbahce was unreal in the final 3 or 4 minutes of that quarter, reducing the 12-point lead down to just 2 at the halfway stage. potentially swinging the game in the favour of Fenerbahce. They have a deeper roster to lean on. Will fatigue play its part on Praha? At the moment, they've only run 7 players, though Black and Thomas have played every second of the game so far. Jagopova's the leading minutes contribution for Fenerbahce. She's played 18, but they have gone all the way down to 10 players on their roster. How will that play in the second half? It will be interesting to see, that's for sure, as both of these teams look to fight for the elusive wins here in EuroLeague Women. This is a big game for both of these teams. They both need to come away with the win. For Fenerbahce, they're on a 2-game win streak. They want to move it to 3. For Praha, they need to get back to winning ways after losing to Polkowice last week. A win here for Praha today will probably see them Welcome back to Istanbul for game day 5 here of the regular season. EuroLeague women, we're at the halfway stage on this one as Fenerbahce take on Praha. What a game we've had. This one really has been a ding-dong battle between two heavyweights in European women's basketball. At the halfway stage, it's Praha that hold a 2-point lead. However, they were up by 12, but 5 minutes ago, and Fenerbahce just hit the rockets on the offensive end. Battled their way back into the game, tied it at 40. So Praha will be probably quite relieved that they actually hold any form of a lead here at the halfway stage. Some big performances across the floor right now for Fenerbahce. 3 players in double digits. Yagapova leading the way with 13 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Just behind her, Howard with 12 points and McBride with 11. As for Praha, they also have 3 players in double digits at the half. Brianna Jones at times has looked unstoppable. 8 from 10 from the field for her 16 points alongside 5 rebounds. Just behind her, the November EuroLeague Women MVP, Alyssa Thomas. She has 15.6 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Maria Conde chips in with 10 points, 2 from 3 from downtown for her. Still 20 minutes ahead of us. Game day 5 here. Remember, Praha entered the game top of the table in Group A. 3 wins, 1 loss. As for Fenerbahce, they are currently 5th with 2 wins, 2 losses. There's your shooting percentages in today's game. Both teams shooting pretty well across the board. Many trips to the free throw line as these teams look to get the job done within the rules of the game. Other games going on around EuroLeague women here tonight as well. Olympiacos taking on Virtus Bologna. That one into the 4th quarter, and Virtus Bologna leading 64-53 against Olympiacos in Greece. We have our game here, and then later on today, Polkovica will take on Valencia, and Bourges will welcome Zegzard. So, with those stats flashing up on the screen, a timely reminder for all of you to get your phones out right now, get the EuroLeague Women app downloaded, available on pretty much every device, iOS and Android, completely free. Brings you a ton of content. Second half action underway here in Istanbul. Game day 5 as Fenerbahce take on Praha. We're at the halfway stage, and Praha have a narrow 2-point lead against what is a very resilient battling performance here from Fenerbahce. Yagapova with the crossover, fades away. That's a tough shot. Only put the air ball up, and Stokes steps out of bounds. Savljevic now looking to back Yagapova down. Skips it back to the top to Thomas. Oh, bullet pass inside. Jones can't get the score, gets the offensive rebound and gets the 2 at the second call. 7th rebound of the game for Jones. 18 points for her now. Howard hands it off to Chaka. Little sidestep fade from Chaka. That is a tough shot, off balance, off the 1 foot, but made it look pretty easy. Savljevic back to the top, as Praha will be patient, but the pass from O'Black is way off target. Tom's wanted to stay locked down into the low post, and O'Black's pass was taking them more towards the corner. A little 1-footed jumper from Chaka. Praha's lead at 2 again. McBride steps in. Teardrop on the right hand is too soft. Savljevic with the rebound. Her fourth board of the game. Almost stolen away by Yagapova and Chakar, as Fenerbahce really committing to those passing lanes. And Black almost spills it. Regains composure though. Conde now. Beautiful handle from her. Black has a 3-ball rejected, but Thomas scoops it back, but that will be a shot clock violation. Great defense by Fenerbahce. As Coach Malkovic will be happy. Her team, I think, look a little bit of the brighter in the second half. I think the fans agree as the noise increases here in the arena. Yagapova skips it. Crossover. Tries to create some space, but Black just stays with her the whole way. Howard with the offensive rebound, throws the prayer. This time they're not answered. Thomas will slow it down as Praha being a little bit more patient offensively. Howard ends up on the floor, out to the wing to Black for the 3. That's taken some of the air out of the arena. Teo Black, cool, calm and composed. The veteran guard has been there, done that. Continues to do so year after year. Yagapova tries the impossible. There's a reason it's called the impossible. Alyssa Thomas with the handle. Kicks it out. Conde for 3 this time. Fenerbahce scoop up the rebound. 3 minutes gone here in what's been a brisk third quarter. No fouls called on either team so far. Yagapova barrels inside. Can't get the score, but will draw the foul. Strength there from Alina Yagapova. Luka Savljevic just gets caught reaching in. That'll send Yagapova to the free throw line and missed the last 3 EuroLeague women's games after a tough first game. I mean, just 5 points in that one. Her second season with Fenerbahce. And Teo Black does not look comfortable right now, holding her left shoulder. I'll get the first to go. She was only 50% in that first game that she played in this season. This is her first trip to the free throw line in today's game. Does get the second to go though. Trims Praha's lead to 4. Conde now. Pick it up over the half. There's the lob pass inside and a little catch and put back by Alyssa Thomas. Praha look good when they play team offense, they really do. Good connection, good chemistry between their team. They do lean heavily on the starting 5. They don't go deep to the bench like other teams, but that means that these players have more time on the floor together and they gel. Anna Jones this time with the rebound. A chance for Praha really to put some pressure on Fenerbahce here in the third quarter. Thomas now looking to back McBride down. She does and gets herself another bucket. Just like that. Alyssa Thomas is out to 19 points. And the timeout forced upon Coach Malkovic. As Praha really do just wrestle control of this game. How will Fenerbahce now react from that timeout? Messerman and Ratzer into the game for Stokes and McBride. Jagopova now uses the Messerman screen, looks to step back for space, kicks it to Howard on the weak side. The jumper was wide open. Messerman rips down the big offensive rebound. Fenerbahce will go again. Step back, Jagopova off left this time. The defense reacted very, very quickly. Almost over-reading that step back from Jagopova. Sure, she's made a mental note of that and will put a little step back fake in next time to hopefully create a driving lane. Conde harassed by Jagopova. And Black waits for the Thomas screen. Jones drives inside, loses the handle, shot clock running out. Vukasavljevic gets the score. And this is what I'm talking about, the chemistry with the five that are on the floor right now for Praha, second to none in this competition. They know each other. They read each other's games. Where are they going to cut? Where are they going to move? What part of the court do they want the ball in their hands? It's paying off game after game for Praha. Baseline move. Quick first step for Howard. It was a double-digit lead, is now down to 8. Conde with the crossover. Oh, that is a tough off-balance shot from Maria Conde. And Fenerbahce out in transition. They've got numbers. Messerman doesn't take the 3. Ratzer will take the short corner 2. Another rebound. This time Chaka long, high arcing 3 ball from Jagopova. Only knocked out of bounds by Thomas, so it will be baseline ball for Fenerbahce. Comes down with a little bit of snow on it, that one from Jagopova. Good call by the officials. Jagopova to inbound this one on the baseline. Messerman now. Chaka goes to the baseline. Ooh, the pass needed to be millimetre perfect, slightly off target. There's the eye of the needle, but too far ahead, really, of Vorachkova. She comes into the game for the first time, not just the game, but her first minutes in EuroLeague Women this season. Double change for Coach Malkovich as Jagopova heads to the bench. In comes McBride. Also coming out of the game will be Ratzer as Kia Stokes comes in. Only rotation from Coach Malkovich. McBride now finds Messerman. Messerman, little step through, wonderful use of the footwork. The finish again lets her down. Messerman with just 2 points. 1 from 3 from the field for her. Off the back of a big game last week. Hasn't translated in today's game so far. Vukasavljevic puts it up, but he wasn't convinced by her on that shot. Looking to go coast to coast, and sometimes you need a player of a kind of intensity just to put some energy onto the floor. She manages to draw the foul from Jasinski. A little bit more of the bench now, Coach Heshkova. Has the 8-point lead, wants to give some rest to some key players before the start of the fourth. McBride comes back out to Chaka. One-on-one with Jasinski. Good defense. Chases it down. That will remain Fenerbahce ball. Yeah, looked like it may have come off Messerman's hands. I'm not sure. Jasinski touched it. They're going to go to review. This is the review system that is in place. I think this is on the coach's challenge. It is. Challenge requested by Coach Heshkova. Each coach has one challenge a game. They're able to say they don't agree with the official's call and that they'd like it to be reviewed. The only things that can be reviewed are the same things that the officials can review themselves. So things like this, a possession. Who did it come off last? Yeah, for me, that looks like it comes off Messerman. I think Jasinski is correct to ask a coach to challenge that one. And they will overturn it. And that is the point of the coach's challenge. They only get one a game, though, whether they're right or wrong. That is the coach's challenge used up for Praha now. Jasinski brings it up over the half. Thomas now back out to Vukasavljevic. Vukasavljevic to Thomas. What can Praha do with what is a bonus possession, really? Jones, 3-ball goes up. That one's short. Rebound. Big rebound. Vorachkova. And Praha will go again. Some big offensive rebounds for both teams in this game, to be honest. Pupa is going to be called for the holding foul as she tries to pin Vukasavljevic to the floor, almost literally. Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, she just hooks her arm over and leans back. First foul of the quarter on Fenerbahce, so it'll be baseline ball. Vorachkova now, being guarded by McBride. Steps in, free throw line pass inside to Jones. It's a little short, and one of very few mistakes there from Brionna Jones. 9 from 14 from the field, 18 points for her. And I think her contribution probably summed up really in the plus-minus column. A plus 13 for Brionna Jones here today. And the game stands at a plus 8 for Praha. Going to be called on Vukasavljevic, just reaching him as she's back down. Hi, Howard. Like I said, so many awesome battles to watch. Phenomenal. Howard going against Vukasavljevic. Messerman going against Thomas right now. There are some wonderful matchups. Stokes against Jones. Yakupova with the crossover, draws the foul. 13th foul of the quarter on Praha. Smart foul, really, by Vorachkova. Just needs to make sure she doesn't get called for that unsportsmanlike. Sideline ball again for Fenerbahce. Puts them into the penalty, though. Yakupova to just bully away to the basket, but the defense stays strong. Brionna Jones not really the kind of player that you can bully. Jasinski now. Still will be Praha ball on the baseline. Seconds on the shot clock to work with. Jasinski goes inside to the corner. Vorachkova way off target with that attempt. The plan is working for Hejkova. This wasn't about growing the lead, bringing in this second string, some of the bench players. It was about providing some rest minutes for the likes of Teo Black, who has an ice pack on her left shoulder right now. Pupa kicks it out. Just to manage to stay in bounds by Messerman. Howard, long 2. Short. Rebound by Stokes, though. Fenerbahce will go again. Final minute of this third quarter. Yakupova looking to create the separation so she can step back for the 3. Another rebound. This time it's Pupa going in. Grabbing the offensive glass and the score. Bear in mind, she is only 1.64 meters tall. Going in amongst the trees. Grabbing the offensive board. Big play from her. Vukasavljevic can only throw it off the legs of Howard. Praha will hold on to possession, though. Mesman heads to the bench. Baseline ball now. Brian back in for Fenerbahce. Varachkova. Into the top, shot clock down to 4. Varachkova, three-throw line jumper is short. Now the 4-second differential between the shot clock and the third quarter game clock. With a potential another offense ahead of them. Jagapova now to McBride. Being dragged out is Brianna Jones. She doesn't want to play perimeter defense. She does a pretty good job, but McBride just nails the perimeter jumper. And a heave from the half is short. And how important will that corner jumper be from McBride? She thinks it's a 3. These two met in the semi-finals last year. Fenerbahce came away with a spot in the final. They weren't able to claim the crown. Praha would love to get a little revenge here tonight and build towards a play at the Final Four again themselves. Fourth quarter underway here. Game day 5 of EuroLeague Women regular season. Fenerbahce against Praha. Just 10 minutes left on the game clock. This one is perfectly balanced. Fenerbahce trail by 4. Praha lead this one 55-51. Black staying on the bench right now. I'm not sure whether that shoulder injury is what's keeping her there, whether they're trying to buy her a little bit more rest as Barbara Jasinski is taking some time on the floor. Long 3 from her, but that's an air ball. She's bringing a little over 10 minutes a game so far, Jasinski, but she's not maybe played the critical minutes that maybe she's being asked to now, as the local crowd continue to make noise as they have done for pretty much the whole game. Nesserman now. Jagapova, tries to pull all the tricks out of her hat, but still can't get the shot she wants. The defense just stays tight with her. It does a good job trying to hustle the rebound down, but can only knock it out of bounds, so it will be Praha ball. Both teams' scoring has dried up, to say the least, right now. Yet to score in the fourth quarter. First minute gone. It was 9-11 in the third quarter. That just shows you how the game has changed. Relatively high scoring first half and almost non-existent offense from both teams in the second half as they look to try and slow the game down. For me, that potentially plays a little bit more into the hands of Praha than it does Fenerbahce, as Jasinski is called for the foul. That will send her to the bench. And in place comes Violova. Bride will go to the line for 2 shots. It's the first of her 2. Bride's had a bit of an up and down night. Slow start, but picked things up in that second quarter. Even though she misses that, she's now tied top scorer for Fenerbahce. She has 14 points alongside Yagapova and Howard. Violova looking to find Jones in the low post, but Messerman bats it away. This is going to become a little bit of a nervy game. It has done in the second half, to be fair. It's only going to progress further as the game progresses. These two teams very evenly matched. Some of the best talent in the entire competition on show here today. Vukasavljevic, oh wow, cool, calm and collected. The French wing just raining the 3. Sunday with the cross-court assist. Vukasavljevic now, unbelievably, only has 2nd bucket of the game. 5 points for her. She's averaging over 23 a game. Rebound pulled down by Stokes. Stolen away though. Alyssa Thomas tries to find Conde. Conde can't quite hold on to the pass. There's the steal by Thomas. There's the outlet pass, and Conde just wasn't quite far enough up the court to receive that one effectively. Praha's lead at 6, under 8 to play now. Oh, Yagapova, just the lazy crossover creates the space, and that is just hundreds of hours of scrimmaging. That's what that kind of play comes down to. Looked like a lazy crossover to the right. She quickly whips it back to the left, and the lane is a chasm for her to drive down. Draws the foul. We'll head to the free throw line for shots instead. That's the first of her 2. 2 from 3 from the free throw line today. Brings Praha's lead down to just 4. Conde drives inside, goes high, gets the roll, Maria Conde! That is why she is so sought over. The whole of European basketball wants them in her jersey. 3rd season here at Praha. Just getting it done. Wants to extend it to a 3-possession game here from the free throw line. 77% before today's game. Can't get the free throw to drop though. Fatigue and the pressure starting to build on Praha to a certain degree. Almost 25 minutes on the floor so far, Maria Conde. Yagapova, backdoor cut, Messerman. Wonderful patience. Wonderful work from both Messerman and Yagapova. Yagapova just knew that Messerman was going to be able to get herself open. She just had to wait, hold on for the right moment, and she fully maximised that. Jones, quiet in the second half. Vukasavljevic with another 3. Wow. 28-year-old stepping up when she's needed most. A quieter game last week against Okovica. Messerman though, no good, and you feel that Praha now with an opportunity to try and close this game out if they can. They lead by 7. Fenerbahce's offense is slowed down. They're starting to find some form themselves. I want to come back to Vukasavljevic though if they can. They do. She throws a prayer, almost gets it to go. She'll have to earn her points from the free throw line this time though. As Howard will be called for the foul. Yeah, pretty easy one for the officials to call. Valerian Vukosavljevic, 33 against Valencia on game day 2. Had a double-double against Zexard on game day 1. Second in EuroLeague women in points. 6th in steals. Having a really big season. Continues to impress as she hits the first of her 2 free throws. And the second. Important phase now for Fenerbahce. They need to jumpstart their offense. They've only scored 5 in this 4th quarter so far. That will help. Cooper steps in, gets the score. Up to 8 points for her now. Only been on the floor 14 minutes. She certainly does make a contribution. Pressure on the ball is what she's world famous for. But offensively, she's put a shift in as well. Jones establishes low. Blocked by Messerman, though. Double team works well for Fenerbahce as Messerman just comes across and helps well. Stokes doing a good job. Messerman steps in and swats it away. Jones, though, will get it back at the top. Shot clock to 4. Conde will have to put it up. That one's short. A glimmer of light here for Fenerbahce. A little over 5.5 minutes left on the game clock. Praha lead by 7. McBride out to Messerman. Shot clock to 7. Epupa into the corner. Yagapova wide open. Corner pocket 3. That is a big time play in a big phase of the game for Yagapova. And then Praha's lead was just 4, and the carry's going to be called on via Lova. Puts a hand under the ball. Let's have a look. Tough to see from that replay. Here's the 3 from Yagapova, completely uncontested as Conde realised she's missed the switch. She flashes high instead of dives to the corner. Yagapova makes her pay. Messerman now. Fenerbahce once again have battled their way back into this one. Messerman against Conde. Goes to the reverse layup, gets the score. Praha's lead is trimmed to just 2. Yagapova out of the races, hands it off, and we have a tie ball game here in Istanbul. The crowd are on their feet, and once again, Fenerbahce have come from the near dead to make a ball game. Yagapova, selfless play to tie the game, hands it off to Howard, gets the 2, but it's the teamwork from Fenerbahce, it's the resilience. Here's the reverse layup by Messerman. They just keep going, and they have fought their way right back into this one. Coach Heshkova calls a timeout for Praha as the Fenerbahce fans are bouncing in the stands. This game was always going to be a good one. Some of the best players on the planet going toe-to-toe for 40 minutes. That is must-viewing content, to say the least. And they have not disappointed. Both teams stepping up big as Teo Black is back on the floor. Coming in for Violova. They've saved her as long as they could, picked up what looked like a shoulder injury, but they need her now. They need her experience and her skill set to close this one out. The game's tied at 65 apiece. I've said several double-digit leads. Conde almost throws it away. Messman bats it away. 1 second on the shot clock, though. And it's Fenerbahce's defense that's doing the job right now. It will surely be a shot clock violation. Maybe a little over a second left. Maybe there's a tenth left on the shot clock. Not sure what they can do with it. It'll have to be a lob pass to the rim for a tap, maybe. Yeah, shot clock violation. Praha with the chance to take the lead. Bear in mind, they haven't led this game since the second minute of the first quarter. Pupa hands it off to Jagapova. Jagapova splits the defense. That's what they needed. Pupa already passed the ball before she'd received it. A slip in concentration has cost Fenerbahce the possession. No look pass from Jagapova. Too hot to handle. Black now, using the Thomas screen. Inside, Thomas has the mismatch she wants. Rejected by Howard. Foul's going to be called, though. A late whistle, but a whistle nonetheless. Baseline ball for Praha. Let's have a look. Savljevic almost stolen away. It's off the leg though, so Fenerbahce will take possession. Great defense by Jagapova. Jagapova now at the top, looking to create. Pass inside to Howard, almost spilled. She'll have to come out. Shot clock to 7. The crossover almost loses Thomas in a dust. Instead, it helps her draw the foul. That's a 4th foul on Praha. That puts them into the penalty in this quarter. That could be a big part of the game. Ball inbounded to McBride, and guarded by Conde. Messerman now feeds Howard. Howard has to fade away as Thomas's defense just stays strong. She grabs the rebound, almost stolen away. Fenerbahce just harassed. The on-ball pressure from Fenerbahce has been unreal in this second half. Foul will be called, I think, from Howard. 3rd team foul of the quarter for Fenerbahce, so they're not in the penalty yet. Still one more to give. 3 minutes left on the game clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Praha. The pass from Savljevic was a little bit straight. Teo Black, step back 3. Air ball. And that will be a shot clock violation for Praha. As Fenerbahce's defense just has ratcheted through the gears here in the second half. Really slowed down Praha. Praha had 44 points in the first half. So far in the second half, bear in mind there's only 2.5 minutes to go, they have 21. Unbelievable defensive performance from Fenerbahce. McBride, quick catch and shoot. Wow, that is a tough skill. Not sure she really had time to get a sight on the bucket before she let that one go. Well, Fenerbahce take their first lead since the first quarter. Thomas running right hand will get the roll. 21 points, 11 rebounds for Alyssa Thomas, alongside 5 assists. Once again, a huge stat line from the American. Jagapova, no help at all. As Praha's defense is caught napping. Under 2 to play, a 2-point lead for our hosts, Fenerbahce. Black now looking for options. Wisely goes to Thomas. Thomas drives inside, knocked to the floor. Have to skip it to Vukasavljevic. Conde for 3, off right. Vukasavljevic will fade away. Knew she had to get it away as the shot clock was expiring. Fenerbahce now look to have almost shoved Praha out of the car to take the driver's seat on this one. First time you've truly felt that Fenerbahce are in control of the game now. Howard inside. Messerman doesn't get a clean handle. Fades away. Bank shot no good. O'Black with the long rebound. She'll come back out. Conde inside to Jones. Jones has locked that in low. And Howard cannot let her. Brianna Jones will dominate if you let her get the ball in that position. Howard has to be stronger, has to bully her away from the ring. That is a automatic 2, and that's tied the game. Under a minute to play. Howard off the foot. Was it off Thomas's foot? Let's have a look. Yes, it was. It will remain Fenerbahce ball. 38.3 to play. 9 seconds though on the shot clock. Will that reset back out to 14? No, it won't. 6 to play with. McBride will have to get something away. Steps to the side, puts a prayer up, comes up short. Thomas, another rebound, her 12th of the game. Vukasavljevic now, 5-second differential, shot clock, game clock. She spills it! Thomas scoops up the loose ball though. O'Black uses the Horns offense from Jones. Shot clock to 4, inside, Vukasavljevic fades away, will come up short, they get the rebound, but the shot clock will expire. Fenerbahce, 3.7 seconds, a chance to win the game. Alyssa Thomas not happy. Timeout has been called here in Istanbul. My goodness me, what a climax to this game. Vukasavljevic trying to get to the bucket, spills it. Thomas manages to get the possession back, but Ipulpa is all over Teo O'Black. Goes over the top of the screen, leaves her no space at all. Vukasavljevic throws it up short. Thomas with the rebound is blocked by Messerman though. Wow, what a phase of play. Timeout called by Malkovic. Coach Malkovic drawing something up. Is there a little bit of magic to come from the coach's clipboard? 3.7 seconds left on the clock. We are tied. 69 to Fenerbahce, 69 to Praha. What a game. From start to finish, this has been a truly great battle between two of the best teams in this year's competition, and let's be honest, some of the best players on the planet right now. 3.7 seconds. Coach Malkovic understandably advances possession up over the half. Sideline ball for Fenerbahce. What can they do? Whose hands are they going to put this into? You feel like it would be McBride or Yagapova that will be the go-to. 3.7 seconds left for the win. Oh, the lob pass! Oh my goodness, it's stolen away. Thomas with the half court for the win! Comes off the left. We're going to overtime here in Istanbul. I'm not sure that's what Coach Malkovic put on the coach's board. Yagapova throwing a lob from the inbound. Surely not. They had time to create. Instead, we'll be going to overtime. 5 more minutes of this wonderful game. The end of regulation. It's Fenerbahce. and 5 assists. For Fenerbahce, Jagopova leads them with 21 points. 2 from 5 from downtown, and both Howard and McBride have 16 each. What a game. The superstars stepping up when their teams need them. 5 more minutes on the clock. Cancel your plans. You have to stay to see this one out. Overtime underway here in Istanbul. This one has gone to the wire and beyond. End of regulation. Fenerbahce 69, Praha 69. It's game day 5 of the EuroLeague women regular season. McBride no good. Rebound pulled down though by Howard, but it's ripped away by Jones. Thomas stolen away by Jagopova. 2-on-1 break now. Jagopova goes all the way for the score. On-ball pressure from Fenerbahce has been one of the keys to this game. Has been one of the reasons why Fenerbahce have battled their way into this. Remember, they trailed by 12 at one stage. Been down by double digits on several occasions, but fought their way back in. Jones gets the unlikely score. A little bit of a prayer, and they are answered this time. Ties the game up. First minute of overtime gone. Jagopova now. Use the Horns offense. Got the one-on-one she wants against Vukasavljevic, but fades away as she looks like she takes a knock to the face. Conde, long 2. Not the shot that Praha will want. There's still plenty of time on the shot clock. That's the shot they're going to take. They can get that at any point, really. Onar now. To McBride, spills the pass. Messerman scoops it up, though. Nice pass back to McBride for the 2. Fenerbahce just starting to click. They're starting to connect. Like they have many points in the season so far here. Black trying to lose Onar, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas will take the jumper. This time is no good, and Messerman just holds Jones at arm's length. And she scoops the rebound down with the left hand. Fenerbahce up by 2, almost halfway through, unbelievably, this overtime period. McBride now. Back to Messerman. Patience and calm from Fenerbahce. Impressive. Onar has to put a shot up before the shot clock expires. Comes up short, takes a little bit of string, but no more than that. Latza comes back into the game. Here goes Jagopova. Interesting change. Maybe giving her 30 seconds just to catch her breath and come back in. Jagopova is their leading scorer tonight. Savljevic now. As it's stolen away, just runs into a brick wall of yellow and blue stripes. Onar. Almost stolen away by Thomas. Can only knock it out of bounds. But it was off the hands of Howard, actually, so it will be Praha possession. Big play by Alyssa Thomas. Chance for Praha to tie or take the lead. Yeah, it's just the pressure applied by Alyssa Thomas. Look up winner in the dictionary and you'll see a picture of Alyssa Thomas. The determination, she just comes to the floor to win basketball games. That's her sole purpose in life, you feel. The way she plays the game with so much determination. Inbounded to O'Black, foul called on Cooper. That will put Fenerbahce into the penalty now. Under 2 minutes to play here in overtime. If you've just joined us, my goodness me, you have missed one hell of a game. 2 world-class teams going toe-to-toe for the full 40. It's pushed us into overtime here. Game day 5 of the regular season in EuroLeague Women. O'Black pulls up. Nice pass inside. Jones is fouled by Ratza. That will head Jones to the free throw line. Nice read by O'Black. Did look like she was going to take the jumper and changed her mind at the last second as she saw Jones making that cut. Jones at the line for 2. 2 big free throws. 0 from 1 so far in today's game. 1 from 2 now. Remember, this is her first EuroLeague Women game of the season. She's missed the first 4 game days. Misses the second though, so Fenerbahce still lead by 1. 1 minute 45 to play in overtime. Could we be headed to a second overtime? You certainly wouldn't bet against it. Jagopova's come back into the game now. Ratza back to the bench. Jagopova drives the baseline, no help at all as Brianna Jones is hung out to dry really there. She had the mismatch, she didn't want to be guarding the perimeter, she certainly needed help and the team just fell asleep on it. 3-point lead and a steal from Jagopova! Wow, what a huge game from the 2-time EuroLeague Women MVP Jagopova. She has stepped up 25 points in today's game. Numerous big plays. She'll go again. Is it stolen back though? It's not, but she'll have to throw a prayer up. She gets it off the glass. Who's going to come down with the rebound? It will remain Fenerbahce ball. What hustle this time by Epupa. Just battles hard, forces O'Black to knock it out of bounds. Timeout called. Fenerbahce's lead is 3. They have possession on the sideline. They are potentially under a minute away now from their biggest win of the season. There's the prayer from Jagopova. Hits the iron. And it's knocked out of bounds by O'Black. And it's tough to see who knocked that out of bounds, to be fair. Coach Hezkova with the timeout. Under a minute to play. Unbelievably, this is the biggest lead of the game for Fenerbahce. They've trailed by 12. They now lead by 3 in overtime. And you have to say, it looked like Praha were going to come away with the win. Fenerbahce just stepped up their defense in the second half. Praha scored over 40 points in the first half. They only scored 25 in the second. Sideline ball. 53.6 seconds on the clock. Fenerbahce to inbound. Messerman wide open for 3. Oh! Messerman! The dagger 3 from the top. What a time to step up. Cool, calm and collected. Emma Messerman. Offensive foul called on Brianna Jones now. Is that the end of the game? Moving screen called on her. Here's the 3 ball by Messerman. Nothing but the bottom of the bucket. And the fans are in raptures, and rightfully so. Their team lead by 6. Just over 40 seconds left. It's a big ask now for Praha. Are they heading back with a loss? Their second loss of the season, their second loss in a row. This would be a 3-game win streak for Fenerbahce. Epupa hands it off to Howard, misses the jumper. Brianna Jones will throw it away though. Stolen back. 5-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Surely Fenerbahce just look to run the clock out now. In the mind of Praha will be the head-to-head potentially. Epupa gets the score and seals the win here in Istanbul. A monumental performance from Fenerbahce. That will be turnover again, as you see a wry, confident smile coming across the face of Coach Malkovic. And first time we've seen that tonight. Her team have been under pressure. Her team have been put on the ropes. And now they are a little under 4 seconds away from a huge win, extending their win streak out to 3, moving themselves onto the same 3-2 record as Praha. Wow, what a game we have had here. Regulation wasn't long enough to separate these two teams. We've needed the extra 5 minutes, and Fenerbahce have made the extra 5 minutes pay. They've scored 11 points whilst holding Praha to just 3. Officials want to make sure they get this possession right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's off the shin, I think, of Yakupova. No, they're saying it remains off the hand of Oblak. Timeout's been called by, I presume, Coach Malkovic. Surely the game is sealed right now. It's just about points difference. Fenerbahce lead by 8. They want to extend this as far as they can. That would potentially play into a head-to-head if these two teams finish the regular season on the same record. Oječkova, the other end of the floor, will be wondering what's gone on, what's happened. 2 losses in a row now for Praha. That is not normal service. Fenerbahce will want to close this one out. Expectate. Possession for Fenerbahce, they'll advance it due to the timeout being called. Right, scoop shot. Again, that here in Istanbul, without a shadow of a doubt, surely the best game of the regular season so far. Malkovic needs to go and shake hands. Have done many favors in the possibly 82-72 over leading Praha. The game here in Istanbul. Fans have played their part in the players show appreciation to the fans. Absolutely phenomenal 40 minutes of basketball. 2 of the best teams on the planet going toe to toe. Some of the best players on the planet putting in huge performances. And Praha looked good throughout today's game. They led by 11 in the first quarter. They led by 12 in the second quarter. They were up still in the third quarter. In fact, they led this game all the way, pretty much up to 4 minutes before the end of regulation, and then it was time for Fenerbahce to step up defensively. Just raised the level, they really did. They locked out Praha in that second half, limiting them to just 25 points after Praha had scored 44 in the first half, and then outscoring them 13-3 in overtime, as we see some of the younger fans getting a chance to be on the floor with their heroes in what has been a big game. Plenty of memories being made here in Istanbul, and more importantly for the team in the long term, this moves them now to the same record as Praha. Praha on a 3-2 record, Fenerbahce on a 3-2 record. Depending on the other results around Group A today, we'll see where these teams end up. But after what was a worrying start for Fenerbahce season, losing their first 2 games, they're now on a 3-game win streak. And with the quality and the depth of quality in that team, you wonder where this win streak will end. It potentially could be a very, very long way away. Big performances, though, across both teams. For Praha, their leading scorer, Brianna Jones, ended up with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 steals. Alyssa Thomas, the mandatory double-double for her, 21 and 13, as well as 5 assists. Also in double digits, Maria Conde had 12 and Vukasavljevic had 10. As for our winners, Fenerbahce, Yagapova grabbing the headlines, played over 40 minutes in this one. She ended up with 25 points, 5 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. 2 other players in double digits. Kayla McBride with 20 and Natasha Howard ended up with 16
Maç sonu
points and
röportajlarımızda
8
karşınızdayız.
rebounds.
Koçumuz Marina Marko ile birlikteyiz. Çok heyecanlıydı. İsteyen bir Fenerbahçe vardı. Muhteşem bir geri dönüş oldu. Hemen görüşlerini almak istiyorum.
Really exciting game. We could see a Fenerbahce that wanted the game, that desired the game, and there was a great comeback. So what is your comments about the game?
Extremely difficult game against one of the top opponents that we're going to have this season. A team we respect a lot, made of great individuals. With the addition of Jones and Fagbenle, they are really serious team. On the other side, we had our usual problems with Natasha Howard being back, which we're very happy about, but she was here only 1 practice, and sometimes, especially in the first half, this could be seen on the court that again we're missing practice time and continuity with one and whole team.
Öncelikle rakibimiz Prag bu sene oynayabileceğimiz en iyi, gerçekten en üst seviye takımlardan biriydi. Ayrıca Brianna Jones'la Temi Fagbenle geldi. O dolayısıyla çok daha güçlendiler. Bu sene gerçekten karşılaşabileceğimiz en iyi rakiplerden biriydi. Çok saygı duyulması gereken ve bireysel olarak da çok ciddi yeteneklerden kurulu bir takım. Bizim açımızdan yine aynı sorunlarla karşılaştık. Natasha Howard tek bir idmanla buraya çıkabildi. Tüm sezon boyunca gördüğümüz o işte gelişler gidişlerden dolayı o da saha içinde görülebiliyordu ama tabii ki geldiği için çok memnunduk, çok mutluyduk. Onun dışında bizim takımımız da çok istiyordu tabii ki bu maçı.
I really want to congratulate my team for the brave comeback, very brave comeback, and I hope really that we're growing and that we will grow more with this game, regardless of the difficulties that we're having. And still, we will be having a difficult month of December, but with our work, we will try to eliminate and make bad things as less as possible and positive things as much as possible.
Öncelikle ben takımı gerçekten canı gönülden kutlamak istiyorum. Bu gerçekten çok cesur geri dönüş için. Biz çok çalışmayla hala bazı sıkıntılarımız var ama bunu çok çalışmayla giderebileceğimizi düşünebiliyorum. Aralık ayı gerçekten bizim için yine de çok zorlu bir ay olacak. Ama burada çok çalışarak bunu giderebileceğimizi düşünüyorum. İyi bir periyot geçirebileceğimizi düşünüyorum. Çünkü takım olarak umarım daha da büyüyeceğiz, daha da olgunlaşacağız ve bunu sahaya yansıtacağız.
Thank you, congratulations. Emma ismini de almak istiyorum ama orada herhalde muhtemelen taraftarlarımızla birlikte selfie çektiriyorlar. Emma ismi ve Olivia Epupa'nın da görüşünü almak istiyorum. Şöyle bir arkama bakıyorum. Emma ismi taraftarlarımızın selfieleriyle buraya gelebilecek mi? Tekrar bir bakıyorum. Muhtemelen gelemeyecek. Ben sözü tekrar Kıvanç'a atayım. Röportaj olursa tekrar görüşelim. Tekrar teşekkür ediyorum Kıvanç Özgür. Kızlarımızı, taraftarlarımızı yanından aldık, devam ediyoruz. Öncelikle kendisini gerçekten tebrik etmek istiyorum. Bugün yüreğiyle oynadı. Yani sadece başarısıyla değil, yüreğiyle de sahadaydı. Çok istediler. Özellikle Emma, Oliva ve Alina'ya antiparantez açmak istiyorum. Neler söylemek ister bugünkü hem kendi performansı hem de takım performansı.